Hi, this is Jenny Brav of Radiant Wholeness Healing. And here in the United States, we are currently in the middle of a presidential election cycle. And I know for many people, it's activating many different things. And so I decided to record this video on tapping for election stress. However, this is not just for anyone here. I'm hoping this can be helpful for anyone in any country that is going through an election cycle and activating things. I would like to specify, however, because I know for some people, this can trigger, especially some things being said or energies that are in the air or dynamics can activate an actual trauma response or PTSD. And so if that's the case for you, I would really recommend, rather than doing a video, which could further trigger you, to reach out for professional support. However, if you are anywhere below, I would say like a 6 or a 5 in activation, and are just wanting to feel a little less stressed around this, or able to reach a higher perspective around this, then you've come to the right place. And please if the video is helpful, subscribe and comment as a way to really help me know that this is landing, and also help with the algorithms so I can keep providing these free weekly videos. So I invite you to drop in, maybe closing your eyes if that's comfortable. And just bringing up this election cycle and noticing any emotions that arise. And for some of us, we might have disengaged completely, be really shut down. So that might not feel like an emotion, but rather numbness. So just noticing whatever's here, whatever emotions are present. For example, there could be powerlessness or fear, anger. There might also be excitement, hope, hopelessness. Rage, grief, confusion. Just whatever's here. Noticing without judgment, if possible. And as you tap into the emotions, noticing any physical reaction in your body as you tune into what's happening. Is there any place that feels jittery, tight, aching, numb, disconnected? Maybe you're in your head and not at all in your body. Again, just bringing open awareness, curiosity. And then noticing if any beliefs are coming up, either about yourself, your own voice, how much you matter, how much you might be able to impact things or the world at large. It might be beliefs that are getting activated around the dynamics of the election or any specific candidates or any of the things that have been said or any of the issues being talked about. And as you feel into any of these beliefs, it also might just be a dynamic of a power dynamic, feelings of dualism or right or wrong or needing to fight or defend or flee or justify. And as you tap into that, noticing if you have any familiar coping strategies coming up. Any of the ones I just mentioned, or it could be the desire to distract, to engage as much as possible, to try to convince everybody around you, to be as informed as possible. There are patterns around loyalty or feeling anything that might come up if you don't feel heard. Understood. And as you tap into the emotions, where you feel it in your body, beliefs, coping strategies, the feeling tone this has for you, notice if there's any resonance with any wounding that you have, maybe from your childhood, maybe inherited ancestrally. It could be around safety, inclusion, mattering, voice, or anything else that I haven't named. And when you're ready, feel free to open your eyes if they were closed. You can pause the video if you want to jot any of that down. That can be helpful for the tapping cycles if you decide you want to modify the words and not say all the same words that I'm saying, which is always an option, since this is really the most helpful when it's tailored to whatever you're feeling. And when you're ready, we're going to start tapping. So you can follow along with me, or if you have your own tapping practice, you can do the points as you're used to and repeat after me in your head or out loud, breathing. Even though we're in the middle of an election cycle, and it's bringing up a lot of stress. And many other emotions. And part of me wants to be engaged. believes that it's my civic responsibility. And another part of me wants to check out because it's bringing up a lot. I love and accept myself deeply and completely, even with all of this. Good, deep breath. Tapping all over your head. It's another election cycle inside of the eyebrows, and it is bringing up a lot. Outside of the eyes, breathe. Under the eyes, hi all the different parts of me. Under and above the lips that are being activated. Under the collarbone, breathe. I see you. Middle of the sternum, ribs. I acknowledge any part of me that wants to check out. Side of the body is feeling overwhelmed. Wrist. And any part of me that is compulsively following the news. Or the wrist. Can't look away. Tapping all over the head. Any part of me that wishes things were different. Deep breath. Inside of the eyebrows. And I acknowledge any emotions getting activated. And feel free to modify whatever I'm saying to match what you're experiencing. Under the eyes, breathe. High fear. Under and above the lips. High anxiety and stress. Under the collarbone, breathe. High powerlessness and hopelessness. Middle of the sternum, hope and excitement. Ribs, resignation, disappointment. Side of the body. Cynicism, deep breath. Wrist. High anger and rage. Other wrist. Paralysis and confusion. Head. High overwhelm. Inside of the eyebrows. I see you. Outside of the eyes. I feel you all. Under the eyes, breathe. I know this is bringing up a lot under and above the lips. And I acknowledge any part of my body that has been storing these emotions. Under the collarbone, breathe. High body, middle of the sternum. I feel you. The ribs. I know this is activating so much. Side of the body, high nervous system. Rest, fight or flight. Other rest, stress hormones. Tapping all over the head. I feel you inside of the eyebrows. I know this is a lot outside of the eyes. And I know it's bringing up a lot. Breathe. I invite you to close your eyes if they're open. And you can keep tapping or pause in the tapping. I'll name the points under and above the lips. Breathe. And I invite you to really feel into any area of your body that's feeling numb, jittery, anxious, under the collarbone, tight. And there might be different sensations in different parts of your body, and just breathe into them. And all the sternum. Send them gratitude for everything that they're holding. Ask your body if it has any particular message or requests of you. Ribs. Side of the body. Breathe. Rest. And ask your body if there's an age associated with what's getting activated, especially if you're getting a felt sense that it's not just about the current situation, might be bringing up old stuff. Other wrist, or if there's a memory, might be yours, or it might be a family story. It might be about safety. It might be about power. It might be about right or wrong, about justice, voice, feeling seen, heard, inclusion, exclusion, mattering, not mattering, being. Maybe having guardians or parents who aren't as stable or trustworthy as you'd like. Tapping on the head. And thank your body for any message you're getting. And if you're not getting any messages, it's fine. The tapping is still helping move energy. And then you can open your eyes or keep them closed and tapping on the inside of your eyes. I acknowledge any old memory or pattern that this is activating outside of the eyes, any childhood or the adolescent, young adulthood memory. Under the eyes, any ancestral or karmic memory or baggage. Under and above the lips, breathe. I see you. Middle of the collarbone, I feel you. Middle of the sternum. I acknowledge anything unresolved that might be coming up. Ribs, especially around voice, side of the body, power, wrist, safety, other wrist, inclusion, exclusion, head, hierarchy and status, inside of the eyebrows, breathe, outside of the eyes, and any unresolved trauma under the eyes, wounds, under and above the lips, unprocessed emotions, under the collarbone, anything around justice and injustice, middle of the sternum, fairness and unfairness, ribs, right and wrong, side of the body, different versions of reality. Breathe. Rest. And I acknowledge any beliefs that might be associated with these unresolved wounds, other wrist, and getting triggered by this election cycle. Tapping all over the head, either or beliefs, inside of the eyebrows, beliefs about myself, outside of the eyes, others, under the eyes, breathe. And any coping strategy that was developed on the collarbone, to cope with whatever situation it was, middle of the sternum, like wanting to please others, ribs, fighting for what feels right, side of the body, wanting to convince others, wrist wanting to distract, other wrist wanting to know everything there is to know, tapping all over the head, needing to get it right. Inside of the eyebrows, wanting to check out until it's all over. Outside of the eyes. A coping strategy of being disengaged because it doesn't matter anyway. Makes no difference. Breathe. And let's pause. And I invite you to gather from the places in your body that felt numb or tight or jittery. For me, there's the most kind of in the solar plexus chest area, but also a bit in the throat, some in the lower back, and just gathering all the energy and hopefully feeling a little better now that it's not in your body. And if there's still more, just you can keep gathering it, gathering it, gathering it. And then just nodding to whatever the core wound is around safety, power, over, under, disempowerment, the voice, inclusion, justice, mattering, whatever it might be, just nodding to whatever deep original wounding is getting stirred up for you around this, nodding to all the unresolved emotions that got attached to the wounding. And again, this can be your childhood wounding. It can be also ancestral that got passed on to you. And it can be karmic, past life, if you believe in that. And we don't really need to know, just nodding to that. And we're going to stack on top of that the beliefs that are getting stirred up and the coping strategies. Sometimes there are multiple coping strategies. They might even be at odds with each other. So just stacking them all, nodding and honoring all the ways that the coping strategies and the beliefs have tried to protect the wounded parts until the wounded parts were ready to be seen or you had the resources to heal them. And then let's release all of that to energy, to light. And if it feels relevant as we release these cords, I think a lot of it at the core is really this wounding of separation, of being a separate self, of duality, of us versus them, of win or lose. So really releasing any cords to any wounds around all of that, around competition. There isn't enough space for everyone. Somebody's going to have to lose and be unhappy. And feel free to do this a few times if you need to. You can stop. You can stop the video. And let's shake it out, make some noise, maybe brush it off. I'm still feeling a little bit of the residue. Tapping over the body, tapping all over the head. I'm inviting in trust inside of the eyebrows. And again, you can modify this to match whatever feels true to you. Surrender. outside of the eyes. Oneness under the eyes. A higher perspective under and above the lips. It's possible I'm not at the mercy of the situation under the collarbone. It's possible this is bringing up exactly what it needs to, middle of the sternum, for me to heal the old wounds. Ribs. It's possible there's collective wisdom about what is needed right now. Side of the body. Especially in this paradigm shift that's happening. Wrist on a planetary level. For the wrist, individual and collective level, breathe. Tapping all over the head. It's possible I don't need to defend or convince or fight inside of the eyebrows, but rather connect to love outside of the eyes, my own inner wisdom and knowing under the eyes. Breathe. Source wisdom under and above the lips. Breathe. I invite you to pause in the tapping if that feels good. Feel free to close your eyes and taking deep breaths. Inviting your breath to fill all the places that might have gotten activated. Feeling your feet on the ground. And sensing, feeling, imagining roots, the bottom of your feet, your energetic roots going deep into the earth, all the layers of the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. And connecting to that deep, ancient, primordial rhythm of the earth that has witnessed so many cycles of life forms. Coming, going, evolving. Feeling her wisdom and her support carrying you through this moment, knowing that it is just one moment. Bringing that wise, grounded energy up through your feet, up into your legs, your pelvis, your torso, your arms, perhaps feeling yourself becoming a tree, feeling the trunk of your tree, just really holding and surrounding all the parts that might feel a little jittery, scared, angry. The residue continuing to settle and calm within the wise, strong tenaciousness of your tree. I'm feeling the branches and the leaves reach up, up, up towards the sky, the sun, celestial energies, and feeling yourself connecting to a part of you that is wise, perhaps even infinite, limitless, that has a much higher and broader perspective on what is happening. And perhaps even merging with this part, rising above the current circumstances, being able to see this moment in time in our human experience and history from a bird's eye view. Perhaps connecting to a sense of trust that we individually and collectively are going through what is needed for our highest growth and evolution. And if the energies of fear, of the wounds, of the coping strategies prevail in this moment, then that might be what is needed for the healing. And also opening to the highest possibility to love, to care, to the dissolving of duality of us versus them, of right and wrong, good, bad, scarcity, not enough room for everyone. And opening to any healing, any message, any energy, vibration, image, sound, words of wisdom, of healing, of love that are wanting to come through in this moment. Remembering that you and your soul are so much bigger than this moment. And feeling whatever that is entering your energy field and permeating it with qualities of trust and calm and warmth, strength, whatever qualities you're feeling are associated with what you're inviting in, feeling that permeate your neural pathways, permeating your nervous system and bringing all this beautiful energy into your heart. Filling all four chambers of your heart with a sense of being able to trust, to surrender even a little bit, to connect to love. for all beings. And when you're ready, you can let that radiate back out, up and down your timeline, your lifetimes, your lineage. And let's gather some of the healing that was generated together and send it to all the people and parts of the world that could use some of this healing energy. And when you're ready, tapping all over your body, shake it out, touch something grounding. And thank you so much for going on this journey with me. Hopefully you're feeling lighter and brighter than when you started. And do let me know in the comments below, and feel free to reach out if you want to know more about one-on-one work. Thank you so much.